So, as you can probably tell, I'm doing this new thing where on Wednesdays, I just have content that I'm like passionate about and that I post on my channel because at the end of the day, if you're not enjoying YouTube and making content that you like you really shouldn't be a content creator. And so it's kind of weird that I'm calling myself a content creator, but I wanted to make this video because I just got off the phone with a friend who is having trouble sleeping. And some of the things that she told me about why she's having trouble sleeping and some advice that I gave her, she was like, you need to make a video about this because I don't think I'm the only person that struggles with sleep. And so I think you should make a video about it. So I am going to make this video. So here is my video on how to hopefully help you get better sleep. I just want to start this video off by saying a couple of things. I am not a medical doctor when it comes to like telling you all the different ways and telling you how your brain is working and your chemical imbalance and all of those things. So I am not here to give you professional advice on how to get better sleep in that regard. I am just here to share with you some things that I do because I am an overthinker. My brain is always on. It's always working. It's always going. People that know me will know that I always say whenever I am working out and whenever I'm doing an activity where I'm not necessarily focusing on thinking or using my brain, it's when I feel like my brain is at the most active. And because of that, when I'm working out, my best ideas come from that. Or when I'm grading, my best ideas come from that. Or when I'm doing something where I'm actually not thinking about a thing, it seems like my brain is working. And I don't know if that's weird or whatever, but I'm saying this to say I am an overthinker. I overthink about everything. I overthink about every situation. And so, because of that, sometimes when you're an overthinker, you actually can't sleep because all you're doing is thinking. So, here are a couple of things that I have started doing that have helped me to be able to sleep better that might help you if you're an overthinker or if you're just not a good sleeper. So, the very first thing I will recommend is I sleep with sticky notes right beside me. And I know that sounds crazy, but go with me here. One thing I've realized is what because I when I lay down and I'm like trying to get my brain to turn off and I'm trying to fall asleep, I realize that the thing that's keeping me up is because I don't want to forget the thing I'm thinking about. And so I'll start thinking, and I'm making this up, but let's say I'm thinking about the Lion King, right? I'm thinking about the Lion King, and tomorrow with the Lion King, I have to watch a certain part because I have to remember what he said. I have to do all these things, right? That's what I'm thinking in my mind. But what I've realized is if it's going to stay in my mind, I'm not going to be able to sleep. So, what I have started doing is right next to my bed, I have a piece of paper and a pen, and I will write the thing that I'm thinking about. So, I will write Lion King or go look at minute 10 or or whatever I need to do to keep my brain active and to stop my brain from being active on that one thing and to take it out of my head and to write it down somewhere. Some of you might ask, why don't I type it in my phone? Why do I actually have something that I'm writing on? When my brain is firing at its highest, most triggered self, if I go to my phone will distract me and will make me do something else. And so to keep myself focused and in tune with what I'm doing, if I have a pen and a paper and I'm actually writing it, then I'm not picking up my phone and getting sidetracked and going off on my own thing. So the first piece of advice I have is if you are somebody that is an overthinker and you lay down and you realize you can't sleep, sleep with a notepad and a pen beside you so that you are able to read or so that you're able to write down the things you need to write down and then get them out of your brain. And hopefully it will help you to sleep. The second thing I do, and again, this helps me because I work out every day. But the second thing I do is I try to push my workouts back to later. And the reason why I push my workouts back to later is so that I can do everything on my to do list. Because as an overthinker, I realized one of my issues is at the end of the night, I'm always thinking about the things I didn't do. And when you think about the things that you didn't do, it causes your brain to be in overdrive. So I have changed my own like personal schedule and how I do things. I will be honest and say I am actively trying to get myself geared up to actually work out in the morning and to do some things in the morning. But I actually function better when I work out at night because it allows me to get everything I need to get done throughout the day. I get those things done and then I go work out and then I can calm myself and settle down for the night. The other reason why this helps me though as well is let's say like I do my thing during the day, I do what I need to do. And I said before, when I work out, my brain is firing on firing on all cylinders and I think about things when I'm working out, I then look at my phone, type into my phone the things that I'm thinking about, and I might be able to finish those additional things before I get into I cannot talk. I am usually able to finish those things before I get into bed, thus taking it out of my brain. So again, I feel like part of this is just tricking your brain and changing your routine, or dare I say, getting a routine, which is going to be my third thing, getting yourself in a system so that the system is working for you. And then again, I just kind of said it, but I'll say it again. My third thing is going to be putting yourself into a routine. If you're not into a routine, you will not be able to sleep well. And it doesn't matter if you need to get in a routine with your husband, with your wife, with your kids, with your dog, whatever you need to do, put yourself on a routine. Because when you're on a routine, your body will naturally react to you. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm actually trying to do the opposite right now. I don't know by the time this video releases if I will be able to say that I have achieved the thing I'm trying to achieve, but I'm trying to actually flip my schedule. But what's happening is I'm getting caught up in my routine. I made a time management video, and this is where that comes into play because you have to be able to manage your time in a way that puts you on a routine so that your body knows what it's supposed to do. I don't want to go into the psychology of this too much. You can Google it and figure out what's going on. But as humans, our bodies like a routine. And the more that you can get yourself into a routine, I keep changing the way I'm holding the mic because my arm gets tired. But if you can put yourself into a routine, it's going to help you sleep at night, mainly because your body is going to know, oh, it's time to shut down. It's actually time to shut down. And I know it's time to shut down because I've given enough time to rest. I know what I need to do. And my human is telling me that they're going to need their body tomorrow. So I'm going to shut down. The routine might be the most important piece of advice in this whole thing. I know I said, like, I really do a bad job with having like the best piece of advice at the end of the video and not at the beginning. But I will say the final thing is probably the most important thing. Making sure that you are on a routine is super important. And I'm going to tell you this, even if your routine is not the best routine, if you are on a routine, your body is going to react to that routine. The second that you knock yourself out of that, or the second that you start doing things that seem a little wonky, it's going to be hard. And I know some people are going to be listening to this and they're going to say, I can't put myself in a routine because of this. I can't put myself into a routine because of that. I can't put myself into a routine because of this. You're going to have 1,000 different reasons of why you can't put yourself into a routine. And you're also going to continue to be a bad sleeper. So if you want to be a better sleeper and if you actually want to work on it, I always say what you focus on is what you win at. So if you focus on getting better sleep and if you implement little bitty things that can help you get better sleep, you will actually potentially, hopefully, be able to get better sleep. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I shared this information with a friend of mine. She's been working slowly on getting herself into a better routine, and she has been typing in things into her phone at night, into her note section, which is fine, but she's been finding a place to like dump information out of, and she said that it's been super helpful for her. So I just wanted to share this out. Maybe it can help somebody. Maybe send this to somebody that you know that always says that they don't sleep well. But these are just my tips and tricks on my whatever Wednesday that I wanted to share out because I love just creating random content and random videos to put out. These videos might not perform the best, but somebody that I trust in the YouTube space told me, hey, if you like creating content, put that content out. Don't look at the numbers of the content. Just continue to make that content, just to continue to put those videos out. And so that is what I'm doing on this whatever Wednesday that I've created for myself because I really just like to talk about random things. And so this is me talking about a random thing.